Hello from Mindset Daily, wishing you a day full of health, peace, and happiness. Thank you for watching the Mindset Daily channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe to support us. Thank you so much. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to attract success effortlessly? What if the universe is responding to you more than you realize? And what if the missing piece isn't luck, but clarity? Imagine for a moment that the universe operates like a mirror. Whatever energy, thoughts, or beliefs you place before it, positive or negative, it reflects directly back to you. Success, wealth, happiness, these aren't random accidents. They're responses, reactions to the mental signals you emit. What you hold in your mind begins to shape the world around you. This, at its core, is the law of attraction. And in this video, we're not just going to talk about it. We're going to break it down into actionable, step-by-step tools you can start using today to shift your mindset and attract real results into your life. Step 1, clarity. Before anything can move toward you, you have to define what you want. Not vaguely. Not, I want more money, or I want to be happy. The universe does not respond to indecision. You must be specific. What exactly do you want to earn this year? How do you want to feel every morning when you wake up? What kind of lifestyle, work, and relationships are you aiming to attract? Say it clearly. Write it down. Let your goals take form, not as wishes, but as blueprints. Think of success like a destination. Would you ever begin a journey without a map, without coordinates, without knowing where you're going? Of course not. Yet that's how most people approach life. They drift, they hope, but they never define. And what isn't defined cannot be pursued. The mind thrives on clarity. Once you lock in on a specific vision, your actions begin to align with it. Your focus sharpens. You begin noticing doors that were always there, but invisible until now. This isn't magic, it's mindset. You're training your brain to scan for what matters, and that simple act of awareness changes everything. Now that you've set your direction with clarity, the next step is about belief, because knowing where you're going is only the beginning. Once your vision is clear, something powerful begins to happen. Your focus shifts. The people you need, the right opportunities, and even fresh ideas begin to align with your path. It's not some mystical force at play. It's the science of a directed mind. What you consistently focus on expands. But here's the key. Clarity alone is not enough. Knowing what you want is only the starting line. The real momentum comes from movement, from action. Success is never handed to those who simply daydream. It flows to those who decide. Decide to begin. Decide to do the work. Decide that failure is not a reason to stop, but a reason to grow. Behind every remarkable success story is one pivotal moment. The moment of commitment. Commitment to a goal. Commitment to a process. Commitment to yourself. That moment separates those who watch from the sidelines and those who play to win. And this is where many fall short. They say they want change, but when it gets uncomfortable, they freeze. They wish, but they don't work. They hope, but they hesitate. But you're not most people. You will define your vision with precision. You will write it down and revisit it daily. You will take real, consistent action. Not once, not twice, but until the result is inevitable. Because success doesn't respond to passive interest. It responds to persistence. It's not granted to those who sit and wait. It is earned by those who know where they're going and are willing to take each step to reach it. Now that you've made the decision to act, the next shift is just as crucial, aligning your inner beliefs with the success you seek. Now that you've committed to action, the next step is even more powerful, aligning your mind to believe that success is possible, even inevitable. Because here's the truth. No matter how much effort you put in, if your beliefs don't support your actions, you're going to feel like you're swimming against the current. This is the silent trap that keeps so many people stuck, trapped not by their abilities, but by their self-imposed limitations. They carry beliefs that quietly whisper, I'm not good enough, or people like me don't succeed. These thoughts may seem harmless, but they are powerful roadblocks. If you want to attract success, you must reprogram your mind to align with what you desire. How do you begin? You start by replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Every time you think, "I'll never make it," you reinforce a future where that's true. But if you change that thought to, "Success is inevitable for me," you are sending your subconscious a new directive. You are telling your mind to look for solutions, to recognize opportunities, to act with intention. When you say, "I'm not ready," you shrink. But when you affirm, "I'm learning and growing every day," you expand. You evolve. You invite growth. Every thought you think is a command. Your subconscious mind listens and obeys. Fill it with doubt, and you'll find roadblocks. Fill it with belief, and you'll see doors open that you never noticed before. Think of the people you admire, the innovators, the leaders, the trailblazers. Do you believe they waited for external validation before believing in themselves? Of course not. They believed long before the world did. They saw their vision clearly and acted as if it were already real. That's the mindset you need. That's the energy that attracts success. So right now, decide to think like someone who wins. Replace hesitation with clarity. Replace fear with faith. Stop waiting for proof and start acting like success is already yours. Say it, "Success is inevitable for me." Say it until it becomes your default setting, until every word, every step, every decision reflects that belief. And when your mindset shifts, so does your life. Next, let's explore how to raise your emotional frequency so that success is not only attracted, but sustained. Ready to level up even further? Let's continue. Once your beliefs align with success, the next step is to deepen that belief through visualization, a powerful tool that bridges thought and reality. You don't get what you want. You get what you truly believe. And when you combine belief with vivid imagery, something incredible happens. Your mind starts working as if the success you desire is already real. That's the secret behind visualization. It's not wishful thinking, it's mental training. Top-performing athletes, visionary entrepreneurs, and world-class leaders don't just dream of winning. They rehearse it in their minds until the outcome feels natural, inevitable. So here's your next move. Each morning, close your eyes and step into your future. Don't just picture it, feel it. If your dream is to run a thriving business, see yourself shaking hands with partners, signing contracts, watching sales numbers grow. Picture the details. The scent of freshly brewed coffee in your office, the confident stride you take into meetings, the smile on your face when a new client says yes. The more detailed and emotionally charged your vision, the more powerful it becomes. Why? Because your brain doesn't know the difference between real and vividly imagined experience. It responds the same way. And when you repeatedly visualize success, your subconscious mind begins to interpret that success as your new normal. Over time, your internal reality starts reshaping your external world. You begin to notice doors you never saw before. You speak more confidently. You walk with purpose. And you start making decisions aligned with the successful version of yourself you've already seen in your mind. This is the exact technique athletes use to win championships. They don't just train their bodies, they train their minds to expect victory. If it works for them, why wouldn't it work for you? Now that you understand how to program your subconscious through visualization, it's time to explore how your emotions either speed up or block your progress. Ready to learn how to raise your emotional vibration and magnetize even more success? Let's keep going. Now that you understand how elite performers visualize their success before it happens, let's take it one step further. Because seeing success isn't enough. You have to move toward it. Visualization, as powerful as it is, only sets the mental stage. The real transformation begins when you pair it with deliberate action. Champions don't just visualize scoring, they train for it. They rehearse the win mentally, then step onto the field and make it real. The same applies to your goals. You can't just picture success, you must pursue it. Visualization is your fuel. Action is your engine. When you close your eyes and see yourself winning, building that business, speaking on that stage, living in that dream home, don't stop there. Open your eyes and ask, what one step can I take today to make this vision real? Then take it. Whether it's making a call, writing a plan, or simply starting that workout, begin where you are. Even the smallest step, taken consistently, reinforces the vision in your mind and builds momentum in your life. Over time, these small, intentional actions become bricks in the foundation of your new reality. What once was imagined becomes visible, touchable, real. That's the true power of visualization. It's not a fantasy, it's a blueprint. It's a mental dress rehearsal for a life you are actively building. So make this your practice. See it, believe it, act on it. And as you continue taking these steps, there's one more essential shift you must make. One that elevates your energy and transforms your entire vibration. The shift into gratitude and positive energy. Let's explore how that magnetic force can multiply your results and draw abundance into your life faster than ever. As you begin taking action and visualizing success daily, there's one more vital ingredient that amplifies it all: gratitude. This simple shift in focus can radically transform what you attract. When you practice gratitude, you're sending a powerful signal to the universe. I recognize what I already have, and I'm ready to receive more. It's not just a feel-good sentiment. It's a magnetic frequency that rewires your reality. The moment you stop obsessing over what's missing and start appreciating what's working, your entire outlook shifts. You begin to see opportunities instead of problems, solutions instead of setbacks, and abundance instead of scarcity. And this isn't just spiritual talk, it's science. Studies have shown that consistent gratitude practices literally rewire your brain. They strengthen neural pathways that lead to increased optimism, better mental health, reduced anxiety, and even stronger immunity. Grateful people don't just feel better, they live better. They sleep deeper, perform higher, and build stronger relationships. Why? Because their minds are tuned to look for the good, and what you look for, you find. So how do you build this mindset? Start small. Begin a daily gratitude ritual. Each morning or night, write down 3 specific things you're grateful for. They don't have to be monumental. It could be a deep breath, a lesson learned, a kind message from someone you love, or simply the comfort of your home. What matters is consistency and sincerity. The more you notice the good, the more good you'll start to notice. Gratitude isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to focus on what is working, even when challenges arise. When you shift your emotional energy toward appreciation, your entire vibration lifts. And as that vibration rises, so too does your ability to attract better outcomes. It's not about ignoring difficulties. It's about building resilience by focusing on what strengthens you. The most successful people don't live without problems. They simply don't live in their problems. They reframe challenges as teachers and setbacks as setups for growth. So now that your energy is rising, your vision is clearer, and your actions are aligned, there's one more step to solidify this transformation. Let's talk about the people around you and why your environment either fuels your rise or quietly sabotages it. Gratitude opens the door, but it's action that walks you through it. After all, appreciating what you have sets the tone, but leveraging what you have sets the momentum. Truly successful people don't waste time complaining about what they lack. Instead, they double down on what they do have, using every resource, skill, and opportunity available to them. This mindset of abundance fuels their forward motion. It's the reason they grow, evolve, and continuously attract new levels of success. So from today onward, make gratitude more than a feeling. Make it a way of life. Keep a journal. Say thank you often, express appreciation to others, and most importantly, feel it deeply. Because when you live in that frequency, the universe listens and responds. You attract what you focus on. So if you constantly focus on what's missing, you'll reinforce scarcity. But if you focus on abundance, joy, and growth, you'll begin to pull those things into your life. And once you're vibrating at that level, there's one next essential step: inspired action. This brings us to the fifth principle, and it's one of the most misunderstood in manifestation. Manifestation isn't magic, and it's certainly not passive. It's not about wishing for something to show up and hoping the universe drops it into your lap. It's about aligning your thoughts, your energy, and your behavior with your desired outcome. Think of it like this: manifestation is a partnership. You bring the intention, belief, and action. The universe brings the timing, the people, and the openings. But nothing happens, nothing shifts until you move first. So what does inspired action look like? It's that first phone call to learn more. That email you've been afraid to send. That video you finally record. Even the smallest move builds momentum. If your dream is to build a business, then research your niche, reach out to a mentor, or register that domain. If your goal is to improve your health, go for that walk, prep that meal, sign up for that class. Every action, even a tiny one, sends a clear message to the universe: I'm serious. And once you start moving, the universe responds in kind. But if you just sit and wait, you risk watching your dreams evaporate into hopes that never had the chance to breathe. So the question is, what action will you take today to meet your vision halfway? Up next, let's dive deeper into how to cultivate consistency, the daily discipline that turns inspired action into unstoppable momentum. Taking inspired action is only the beginning, but it's what separates those who manifest results from those who remain stuck in a cycle of wishing. Too many people believe that simply visualizing their dream life is enough, that if they see it in their mind, it will magically appear. But visualization without execution is just fantasy dressed up as faith. It might feel good in the moment, but without movement, it fades. The truth is, the people who truly succeed are not just dreamers, they are doers. They don't wait for clarity. They create it. They don't wait until they're confident. They act through the fear. Even when the outcome is uncertain, even when the rewards aren't immediate, they take the next step, and then another, and another, because every small action you take, every bold decision, every move forward sends a signal to the universe. I'm serious. I'm ready. I'm committed. That's when the shift begins. That's when doors open unexpectedly. The right people cross your path, and resources seem to show up just when you need them most. Not by accident, but by alignment. But here's the challenge. Most people never move past the daydream. They wait. They wait for the perfect plan, the perfect moment, the perfect level of confidence. And in that waiting, they become paralyzed. But success doesn't wait. It doesn't sit around waiting for conditions to be perfect, because they never will be. Success belongs to those who leap while they're still unsure, who walk into the unknown with a shaky voice and a steady heart. So ask yourself, what's one small step you can take today? Is it writing that business idea down? Making that phone call? Applying for that program? Even signing up for that course you've been avoiding? Whatever it is, take the step. Do it now. Don't wait. Don't let analysis turn into paralysis. Because manifestation is not about sitting still. It's about stepping forward with purpose. It's about aligning your belief with your behavior. When you show up like it's already yours, life responds. It doesn't always happen instantly, but the moment you begin acting like the future is already unfolding, that's exactly what starts to happen. So dream boldly, believe fully, and act without hesitation. And now, let's explore one final truth. Why consistency, not intensity, is the secret to sustaining your momentum and turning daily action into lasting success. You've learned that action brings vision to life. But if you don't protect your environment, even your strongest efforts can be sabotaged from within. This is the real formula behind manifestation that most people overlook. You must remove negative influences. Success is not just about what you do. It's about what you allow around you. You could have the most powerful mindset, the clearest goals, and the boldest action plan. But if you're surrounded by negativity, your progress will be poisoned at the root. Your mindset is shaped every single day by what you expose yourself to, the conversations you have, the media you consume, the people you spend your time with. And if those inputs are saturated with fear, doubt, gossip, or limitation, then no matter how badly you want success, it will always feel just out of reach. So it's time to audit your surroundings. Ask yourself, who are the people you spend the most time with? Do they inspire you, encourage your growth, or do they constantly complain, criticize, and live in fear? Are they showing you what's possible or reinforcing what's comfortable? Your environment is more powerful than you think. The people closest to you shape your energy, your beliefs, and ultimately, your behaviors. If you're constantly surrounded by individuals who settle, you'll start shrinking your own dreams to fit in. Now look even closer. What you consume daily. The news, social media, music, podcasts, entertainment. Are these sources uplifting you or overwhelming you? Are they building your confidence or feeding your fear? What enters your mind repeatedly begins to build your identity. So choose wisely. This doesn't mean you need to isolate yourself or live in a bubble. It means being intentional, setting boundaries. You can't control every voice in the world, but you can absolutely decide which ones you listen to. Start replacing negative input with positive fuel. Read books that expand your mindset. Listen to voices that spark belief. Follow mentors who model what you're working toward. Surround yourself with energy that pulls you higher, not energy that keeps you stuck. If someone constantly drains you, reduce your time with them. If certain content sparks comparison or doubt, unfollow it. This isn't about being harsh. It's about being clear. Your future depends on the energy you allow in today. So now that you've cleared space for growth, let's dive into how to strengthen your inner world by mastering your self-talk and building a mindset that's unshakable, even when life throws challenges your way. Once you've started curating a stronger environment, the next step is just as vital, strengthening the belief you hold within yourself. Because no matter how empowering your surroundings become, they mean little if you continue to doubt your own worth. Self-doubt is the quiet destroyer of dreams. It doesn't scream, it whispers. It seeps into your thinking, casts shadows over your confidence, and convinces you that playing small is safer than rising up. Think of your energy like a bank account. Every conversation, every thought, every habit is either a deposit that builds your success or a withdrawal that drains your momentum. The question is simple. Are you investing in yourself or allowing others and your own fear to bankrupt your potential? Start making intentional shifts. Replace gossip with growth. Trade passive scrolling for purposeful learning. Begin saying no to what depletes you and yes to what fuels your fire. When you guard your energy, everything changes. Your clarity sharpens, your focus returns, and your confidence begins to rise. And that's where we begin the next phase, becoming unbreakable. The truth is, belief is the foundation of all achievement. If you don't believe in yourself, why should the world? The universe reflects your energy, not your hopes. It mirrors back the belief you radiate or the doubt you tolerate. When your mind is filled with hesitation, your reality follows suit. You begin to see resistance where there could be opportunity, failure where there could be growth. But take a look through history. The most extraordinary leaders, inventors, and visionaries didn't begin their journeys with certainty. They were not born immune to fear. They stumbled, they failed. Some of them failed repeatedly. But the one thing they never did, they never stopped believing in what they were meant to build. Their power didn't lie in perfection. It came from persistence, a refusal to surrender. They were told no often. They were doubted constantly. And still, they moved forward because they knew that self-doubt is not truth. It's a shadow, and shadows only grow in the absence of light. The moment you begin to flood your mind with belief, even if it's shaky at first, the shadows start to fade. So let this be your turning point. Strengthen the belief that you are worthy, that you are capable, that your vision matters. The more you reinforce it, the stronger it becomes. It's not about being fearless. It's about refusing to be stopped by fear. And in the next part, we'll break down exactly how to cultivate this unstoppable mindset, one that silences doubt and reclaims your inner power. Stay with me. As we just explored, belief is the cornerstone of progress. And the stories of history's greatest minds reinforce that truth with undeniable clarity. Think about Thomas Edison, a man who faced over 1,000 failed attempts before finally bringing the light bulb to life. What if he had let doubt hijack his path after the first 100 setbacks? Or the 500th? The answer is simple. The world would have remained a little dimmer. His legacy, his impact, would never have existed. It was not his talent that made him extraordinary. It was his relentless refusal to be defined by failure. Success does not belong to those who never stumble. It belongs to those who get back up with stronger belief than ever before. And that belief starts with you, with the story you repeat to yourself every single day. Your thoughts are powerful architects of your reality. When you continuously tell yourself things like, I'm not smart enough, I'm unlucky, or I don't have what it takes, those thoughts become self-fulfilling prophecies. You begin to unconsciously behave in ways that confirm your own doubts. You play small. You hesitate. You stay stuck. But here's the good news. The opposite is also true. When you replace limiting language with empowering beliefs, when you trade I can't for I will, your inner world begins to shift. And as your mind aligns with your goals, the outer world responds. The right people show up. The right chances unfold. That's not coincidence. That's clarity in action. So each morning, don't just glance in the mirror. Declare something to yourself. With conviction, say, I am capable. I am worthy. I am becoming the version of me that success cannot ignore. Repeat it until your mind accepts it as truth. Because once your belief solidifies, your actions follow. And the world has no choice but to reflect that certainty back to you. Your mind can be your fiercest enemy or your most loyal ally. The power to choose lies entirely in your hands. So, ask yourself, will you let doubt dictate your direction? Or will you rise above fear and choose belief? The very moment you choose faith over fear, you activate a force that is greater than any circumstance, and it moves with you. Now, let's take that energy forward as we step into the next chapter, learning how to let go of control and truly trust the process of manifestation. Because belief without surrender creates tension, but belief paired with trust unlocks everything. Let's dive in. As we explored earlier, belief fuels your vision, but belief alone is not enough. True manifestation requires trust. And here's where most people falter. They hold on so tightly to their goals that they strangle the very energy meant to bring them to life. They plant the seed of their dream and then, impatiently, dig it up every few days to check if it's growing. They analyze every pause, question every delay, and interpret stillness as failure. But success, like everything in nature, has its own divine rhythm. A mighty oak does not erupt from the ground overnight. It grows slowly, steadily, with strength building beneath the surface long before the world sees its leaves. A river doesn't rage toward its destination by force. It flows, adapting to the curves, trusting the journey. That's the same rhythm you must honor. Once you've set your intention and taken aligned action, learn to let go. Detachment isn't about giving up. It's about trust. Trust that what you've planted will bloom. Trust that the energy you've invested is not lost. Detachment is understanding that while the destination is yours to envision, the path is not always yours to control. The most successful people aren't those who micromanage every moment. They're the ones who stay committed to the outcome but remain open to the route. They know the universe doesn't always deliver on their timeline, but it always delivers right on time. Manifestation is not a one-sided command. It's a dance between doing and allowing. So yes, put in the work. Refine your habits. Stay disciplined. But also, surrender the need to control every detail. Because what you chase desperately tends to elude you, but what you move toward with calm confidence begins to meet you halfway. Picture the farmer who sows his seeds. He waters them. He ensures they have light. But he doesn't shout at the soil. He doesn't demand the harvest. He simply trusts. He does his part, and nature does the rest. You must do the same. Nurture your dreams. Show up every day, then release your grip. Because that space you create between action and obsession is where miracles have room to grow. Even your delays are not denials. They are divine recalibrations. Detours are not dead ends. They're corrections guiding you towards something better. So breathe, trust the timing, let go of desperation, and allow what is meant for you to find you, not through force, but through alignment. Now, as we move forward, let's uncover how to sustain that alignment and become the kind of person success cannot resist. Let's explore what it means to live in full, energetic congruence with the life you want to create. Just as we learned in the last section, trusting the process requires surrender, but it also demands something equally powerful: persistence and resilience. These are the twin engines that drive every great success story forward, especially when the path gets rocky and the outcome feels uncertain. The truth is, obstacles are inevitable. Doubts will whisper, challenges will rise, and sometimes everything in you will want to stop. But the people who win, they don't. They push through. They rise, not because it's easy, but because their mission matters more than their comfort. Winners aren't immune to failure. In fact, they experience it often. What sets them apart isn't perfection, it's relentless commitment. They understand that success isn't a straight path lined with easy choices. It's a winding road paved with setbacks, rejections, and lessons in disguise. Persistence is the quiet voice that says, try again, when everything else says give up. Just look at history's greatest innovators. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before he brought light to the world, literally. What if he had stopped at failure number 100 or 500? The difference between becoming a legend and being forgotten is often just one more try. The same holds true for your journey. You will face moments that test your patience, your belief, and your strength. People may not believe in you. Some will doubt your vision. But none of that matters, because your power doesn't come from their permission. It comes from your decision to persist. You have already endured more than most people realize. You've faced fears, silenced doubts, and pushed through pain that could have easily stopped you. But it didn't. You're still here. You're still building. You're still moving forward. So when you're tired, when nothing seems to be working, when you feel like quitting, remind yourself, I didn't come this far to only come this far. Success doesn't always arrive with fanfare. Sometimes it's hidden in one more hour of effort, one more brave decision, one more day of not giving up. Because in the end, the line between those who succeed and those who don't isn't talent. It's not luck. It's not resources. It's the willingness to keep going. Now, let's take that resilience one step further. In the next part, We'll explore how aligning your identity with your future vision makes you unstoppable from the inside out. After mastering resilience and pushing through challenges, there's one more key that unlocks true manifestation power: contribution. Champions aren't shaped in ease. They are sculpted in hardship. Every struggle you face builds your strength. Every moment you want to quit, but don't, moves you closer to your greatness. So when the path gets hard, lean in. Trust the process. Keep going. Because the very moment you decide not to quit is the same moment you activate your inner power. Your future self is counting on you. And now, we arrive at one of the most profound truths of the law of attraction, one that most overlook: give before you receive. The universe doesn't reward those who chase success with desperation or greed. It rewards those who give with genuine intention. Those who become a source of value, a light in someone else's life. The most magnetic people in the world are not takers. They're givers. They share their wisdom, their time, their kindness, without immediately expecting something in return. And that selfless energy, that's what makes the world respond in the most powerful ways. You attract abundance in direct proportion to the value you create. Too many people operate from the mindset of, what can I get? They want more money, more recognition, more success, but they forget the law that governs all growth. You must give first. Shift your mindset to ask instead, what can I give? That's when the universe starts to open doors you never saw coming. Think of the world's most influential leaders, creators, and entrepreneurs. They didn't hold their gifts back. They gave. They offered solutions, shared their knowledge, inspired movements, and empowered communities. And because of that, they didn't just build wealth, they built legacies. But giving doesn't mean losing yourself or sacrificing your boundaries. It means showing up with value. It means making a difference with your presence, your words, and your work. It means offering encouragement when someone needs it, sharing knowledge freely, and using your talents to elevate others. When you do this, when you become a source of generosity and light, people notice. Opportunities are drawn to you. The right people, the right moments, and the right breakthroughs find their way to your life. Because in the end, success isn't just about what you gain. It's about who you become and how you uplift others along the way. In the final part, we'll bring it all together, and you'll learn how to live in alignment with your vision every single day. Stay with me. As we just explored, the law of attraction is deeply tied to the energy you emit. But now, we take that truth one step further. It's not just about aligning your thoughts. It's about aligning your actions. Because the ultimate key to attracting abundance lies not in asking, but in contributing. Success and abundance do not respond to passive desire. They are drawn to motion, to creation, to the value you bring into the world. Visualization alone is never enough. You must meet the universe halfway. That means stepping out, showing up, and giving first before you expect anything in return. The law of attraction favors those who contribute to the lives of others, not those who simply wait and demand. If you desire more wealth, then start by solving problems that matter. Add value, innovate, serve. If you seek love, offer it genuinely and unconditionally. If it's respect you crave, then embody it. Show it first without expectation. This is the true cycle of abundance. It doesn't begin with the universe. It begins with you. So take a moment and reflect. How can I give more today? What can I contribute that makes someone else's life better? Because when you lead with service, the universe responds in kind. Generosity becomes your frequency. And in time, everything you gave finds its way back to you, multiplied. That's the final and most powerful truth of manifestation. Giving is the gateway to receiving. It is the secret that unlocks fulfillment, joy, success, and a life rich with possibility. Your thoughts are already shaping your reality. Your beliefs, are silently building your future. And the universe? It's always listening. Right now, in this very moment, you have the power to start attracting the life you've always dreamed of. So let me ask you, what will you do today? Will you sit and wait, or will you rise and attract? Will you hesitate, or will you create? The choice has always been yours. The power has always been within you. Wishing you health, happiness, and unwavering belief. Don't forget to subscribe to Mindset Daily and start manifesting the life you truly deserve.